Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Europoor podcast, where we talk about stupid news from around Europe. Today we're doing episode 23, so we've come a long way. And as usual, we're in the same formation with Mr. Horia.
Hello.
And Mr. Gabriel. Hello. And
he's in Nobody actually thought that we're gonna do 23 of those, but here we are.
And the last one, then there's me. Okay.
Aren't you gonna say hello?
Hello. Greetings.
Okay,
well
cool.
met. How do you do?
Greetings.
Good day.
How are we?
Today we have news from a lot of countries. Apparently we have Italy, England, Poland, Scotland, Spain, and Denmark. And we're gonna begin with our little game of rock, paper, PayPal, which is rock, paper, scissors, to see who goes first in telling the news to the other two fuckwads, no matter who goes on in which order. So, I shall begin the countdown. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but if you do the countdown, you're gonna lose. I won't like. Yeah, but that's the second time in 23 episodes. So
I need to
I wouldn't base it
for 10 more episodes then.
Get your facts right, bitch.
I won't use that statistic. I won last time. Doesn't mean anything.
If you take the last episode and this episode so far, he has an 100% win rate, so it's hard to argue.
Yeah, it depends
on
the
statistics. If I choose the data, then it's in my favor. So.
Oh, okay.
Let's begin.
You couldn't choose your genetics data.
That I couldn't. Yes.
An unfortunate.
Ready or not? 3, 2, 1, go. Rock.
Fuck off.
Okay, so he won.
So it's a 50% winning chance.
50% win rate.
Win rate, yeah. Then, Mr. Gabriel, please do the countdown.
Of course. 33. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Scissors.
Go again.
3, 2, 1, go.
Paper.
Rock. You played me. I
played you like a goddamn fiddle.
Okay, send me a link to let me know what fiddle means, but that's okay. We can understand each other.
It's an old-timey instrument from America.
Okay.
It's a saying there. You played me like a fiddle.
Okay, yeah.
At least that's what I know. I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Very nice, interesting. Do you have approximate knowledge of my dick?
Yes.
Would you like? Oh, okay. I was ready to say, would you like?
He was ready with the joke. Yeah.
You played me like a feeder.
Then Mr. Horia goes first, I go second, and then our amazing fuckface, Mr. Diabetes himself, Mr. Gabriel, goes last.
Feel offended. Okay.
Don't be. You are a wonderful diabetic person. And yes, I did call you a person.
Thank you. I am a Thank you.
Some will argue, but he is a person.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's the word of this podcast. Allegedly.
Mr. Horia, let's begin. What did you bring us today?
Okay, so I have two things. One of them is in my spirit with about my liking with somebody stealing some shit.
Okay.
And another one is one man that tried to prank his wife.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
But did she die?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
But maybe she did by laughing, but I don't know. It doesn't say here. So I'll start with that because...
Okay, Mr. Stark. Start with that, please.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel alright.
I have a running nose, man. That's why my
Where is it
my
running?
words
What is it
outside.
running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Yeah. Okay, so man gets morph suit to be invisible during video calls, but it doesn't work as he hoped.
Okay. What?
So basically, during this pandemic, working from home has meant we have to find ourselves on endless Zoom calls or Microsoft Teams or whatever we're working. And when the kitchen or the living room becomes your office, those you live with can accidentally become a star of your video meeting when they only wanted a cuppa.
A kappa?
Yeah, it's
Like-
spelled CUPPA. I don't know what
Oh,
kappa means,
a
but
cup of
okay.
tea.
Okay.
It's British slang. Get cultured, you fucking swine.
Give me the kappa.
The kappa. Kappa tea.
Okay. Okay, so this guy, I mean, his wife was working and she was on this video calls meeting. And then what he thought that he wanted to be invisible when he passes, behind her back to get to, I don't know, the fridge. And then he bought a morph suit, the green one. That
Like a
it's
green,
used,
full green suit, yeah.
Yeah, green suit that's basically used for, I don't know, CGI or maybe a green screen. So he thought he was smart. He was very smart, but that didn't actually go to plan. And I'll send you a picture to see what he looked like.
I sense that this is gonna be the thumbnail for YouTube.
Oh, okay, so I'll try to make a good one here. Yeah. I can't stop laughing just to look at this picture, man.
Looks like a fucking moron.
Like a fucking alien from some other country that's trying to get accustomed to our habits or something.
It literally looks like Bigfoot pictures. If you've ever seen those.
Yeah. And look at that bit there in the middle, because you can see what seems to be like his belly, and then what seems to be like a fucking T-Rex hand. You know?
He's a reptilian confirmed.
Confirmed.
He actually
Oh my
mentioned it on TikTok that he had a post with only the suit. I'll send you that picture also. And it said, I bought this green morph suit so I'd stop showing up in the back of my fiance's Zoom meetings.
I mean, his face would show either way because it's not covered.
I mean, yeah, he wasn't that smart.
No, but I think he was also in this picture. He was dressed on this one, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Anyway.
What's funny about it that his fiance actually didn't see him when he passed through, so she just kept talking. I imagine how the other guys in the meeting just started laughing. I was like, yo. Yeah, so
There's an alien behind you.
You're being abducted, Sarah, to do something.
Sarah,
No,
please.
this is me friend.
Me friend.
Yeah, so somebody took a clip of that thing from the meeting. I don't know how it went, and posted on TikTok, and it got like 30 million views.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
The
gone
Chinese
viral,
government
man.
thanks you.
Yeah, he's gone viral for his morph suit, man.
Xing Ping is out there, okay, in green suits.
Green suits.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
how we
we
killed
should.
the Americans. Very nice.
And yeah, when people were gonna listen to this podcast, they better go on YouTube to see those two pictures, because I mean, you
it's
can't.
gonna be linked. We're gonna have the link.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, and then let's go to stealing, right?
Yes.
Because yeah, that's my I don't know.
That's
how
your
to say.
passion.
Yeah, that's my passion. That's
It's my calling. Live, laugh, steal.
I have an alter ego that steals every day. So
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, of course. Okay, so the title goes like this: Woman wins $450 430,000 euros. Yeah, I'm very good with numbers. Yeah, so
Let's say
430.
600,000.
So it's
about
430.
50.
About 50, about 350.
About 20.
She didn't. She actually didn't win anything. No, I'm joking. So 430,000 pounds on scratch card, but shop owner runs away with her ticket. So a woman has won nearly 430,000 pounds on a lottery scratch card, but her ticket was allegedly stolen after she
Allegedly.
stolen after she asked the tobacco shop owner to verify the win. Tobacco, yeah. It happened in Naples, Italy on Friday when police launching a manhunt for the 57-year-old suspect after the alleged theft.
Imagine being with that fucking ticket, in your pocket or in your hand, talking to it like you're in the fucking Lord of the Rings, my precious, and everyone wants it.
The scratch ticket had a title that says Il Miliardario.
I mean, it's Italian.
Yeah, I found it funny. So Italian media report that a woman in her 60s bought 2 scratch cards in a shop, and after scratching one of them, she realized she had won the top prize. So 500,000 euros. That's why it's spelled first on I don't know, in pounds, because they're not the same. So the incredulous what the fuck? What the fuck is this word? Incredulous.
Incredible. And ridiculous. Incredulous.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Uncultured swine. Do you even praise the queen? You fucking moron.
Incredulous. Oh my fucking god.
Praise the queen.
Okay, so this guy, the winner, asked an employee to verify the win, but when the worker asked Gaetano Scutellaro.
What?
His name is Gaetano Scutellaro.
That's so Italian, holy shit.
Whose wife is the owner of the shop, to double check the winning ticket. However,
remember his days in the Cosa Nostra.
However, he allegedly ran away on his motor scooter and never came back.
Imagine.
I mean, I think he's running away from his wife. I don't think she's on it. And he thought like, hey, with this amount of money, I can just fuck off and never be seen again.
Start a new life.
Gaetano Scutellaro. Oh my god.
Okay,
Very
a
nice.
manhunt was launched that night with Carabinieri, an Italian police force, trying to find him. To prevent anyone from illegally cashing in the win, the Italian tax office, which managed scratch cards in the country, froze the entire block of tickets sold in the tobacco shop.
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
And
Tobacco,
and he got fucked.
Tobacco, yeah.
I mean, that's quite impressive for authorities to act that fast for a fucking lottery ticket.
Check this out. 2 days after
they did
the
it
incident,
after they've had their ristrettos.
2 days after the incident, the suspect was stopped by police at Rome's airport, and he tried to board a flight to
Called it.
to the Canary Islands.
Called it.
But what the fuck is the plan? Because like he didn't have the cash, so he was thinking that he can cash in from like the other part of the world.
I mean, lay low for a bit, wait for them to unfreeze the winnings,
right.
And then cash it in via mail.
There's about 200,000 of those just sitting around, so they won't notice.
Yeah, when the officers found him, he did not have the winning scratch card with him, and then yeah. And he told the police the winning ticket was in the bank in the city of Latina. About
Latina.
2 hours from Naples.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Fucking
Gaetano
legend.
Scotalero, it's a legend of its own.
Thank you, Mr. Galetano. Very nice. We appreciate you.
It's made.
Now you're gonna get divorced, you don't get any money, and you're going to jail. Easy.
Easy. In
Easy.
one easy step. Fill the scratch card and run.
Damn.
Galetano, you moron.
Thank you for
I hope
the...
they're just gonna give the money to the rightful winner.
I mean, that should happen, yeah. Okay. Now, we moved through some stupid shit, and it's time for some more stupid shit.
Of course it is.
The first piece of news, I mean, it's kind of weird, legally speaking, because I don't actually get it, but we're all the way in Spain, and we basically have, the article is titled, "The Hard Men Removing Squatters in Spain." If you don't know what squatters are, it's basically homeless people taking over vacant properties, like houses, flats. They just go in and they live there because they're not lived into.
Okay, and can you read the title again so that I can understand this time?
The Hard Men Removing Squatters in Spain.
Oh, okay. And
it's basically a mix of about the men that remove them and the squatters themselves.
Okay. Okay. Incredulous.
Incredulous, yeah. Basically, squatting has a long history in Spain, often fueled by high rates of homelessness. Now there's another phenomenon going on. It's more recent. Basically, squatters demand a ransom before they leave the property by basically telling, the guy that owns it, that they're gonna destroy it if they don't pay up. And this happens.
It's real estate market.
Exactly.
Asserts dominance in another's home.
Basically, as far as I understood it, it's if you stay there for 48 hours, the police can get you out. They're not allowed to take you out.
What?
And then they have to sort of go through the whole legal proceeding of having a trial that can take up to 2 years. So basically, that's how this sort of thing came into effect. We have private firms that hire like boxers, fighters, I don't know, whatever type of big dudes with muscles to sort of get the squatters out.
Basically legalizing Fight Club.
Exactly.
Legalizing assault, because basically it's assault and...
Sort of like that, yeah. They basically say that what they do is... isn't violent, allegedly.
Why do you hire boxers and
only
fighters?
that there's like
Nice.
a couple of vans full of 20 muscly dudes go in, sit in front of the door, and they're like, hey, get out. Or else if you get out of that house, you're gonna get your ass beat.
I'm curious, how can these guys prove that they've been there for more than 48 hours?
Glad you asked. Basically, there's a section here. Let me find it real quick. A guy that does this and asked to remain anonymous in the article. It basically says that he breaks in on Friday. The following Monday.
Galactico, that Italian dude.
So it's a gang of multiple dudes, and what they do is they stake out empty places and make sure that they're owned by banks, firms. They don't target private
they
person.
don't target private owners.
Yeah,
okay.
That happens, but not with the dude that's described here that talked with BBC, because this is from BBC. Okay, so he breaks in on Friday. On Monday, they call the bank and say, hey, you guys, I'm in your flat and I'm going to destroy it. I can send you pictures if you like. And then the people from the bank say, whoa, we're sending someone to you. And then the person comes and negotiates the price. The guy says he can make around 10 to 12,000 euros each time. And the ransom depends on the quality of the flat. If it's worth 1 or 2 million euros, then they can pay more. He claims to have broken into around 50 properties in the last year. And basically, before, as he told, he was basically doing cons, burglary, and drug trafficking, and said that this is way less dangerous and a lot more lucrative
Profitable.
money-wise. Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, he's getting rich.
is there a contract that's written between these two entities? Because I'm like, if you can do this once to a place, why wouldn't you be able to do it twice?
I mean,
Or
I guess
you
it's
know?
sort of like thieves' honor, and you don't want to get fucking
Okay.
shanked by these firms. Since I don't exactly trust them that they're not doing shady shit. As like they say, they go in and they just negotiate or
It's some serious
intimidate.
Gotham bullshit, I swear.
But yeah, the article is very long. It's basically, it's actually a Romanian woman that got scammed like this because get this. Okay, so before I go into that, I also remember this part. Basically, this guy that told the story about this, he also sometimes charges for the keys to the apartment because he changes the locks, and then he charges extra for the keys. And
But how can
he sells the keys
I
for
mean-
1,000 to 1,200 euros as like extra.
Man,
I mean, this
I'm
is a
sorry,
pro,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm
This
sorry,
is a
but
pro.
these motherfuckers, they need to have a proper bidding.
I mean,
Fuck
yeah.
off. Fuck
And
off.
then the next thing I wanted to say before moving on about this, basically people can also get scammed by this because a woman from Romania, actually, I went through the article, her husband and her two kids, they basically look for a flat to stay. They signed the contract, they're paying their monthly rent, only after about 2 years to find out that or something like that, to find out that the apartment was actually
The rent.
not belonging to the guy that rented it to them.
Man.
And it was just a squatter that sort of thought like, hey, instead of getting 10,000, maybe I can get like a monthly income from this.
He was doing passive income, man.
Exactly.
He was an entrepreneur.
And
What
then
the fuck?
when the owners wanted it back, they hired one of these firms that deal with squatters. And what she described was like 20 big men outside. They said I had the option to live with the money they could give me, so they tried to pay her to live. Or if not, they told me they would be outside my door every day with dogs, and they said we're not going to let you in or out. So
Jesus fuck,
basically,
these motherfuckers, no.
it's fucking
No mercy.
fucking stupid from both sides. The
Yeah,
thieves
'cause
are
I mean,
taking
from-
advantage of the law, then the squatting
the
removers
main
are
issue.
taking advantage of the problem by breaking the law, I guess, because
I mean, they're not exactly breaking the law.
I mean, if you sit outside my door and you
You can
threaten
say-
me
you can
that
say-
I'm not going to
Yeah,
leave or
but
get in, that's
you see-
like attempted assault or at
Or
least
kidnapping,
something.
if you
I mean,
don't get
I
out.
guess it depends on the details. Like
Yeah.
how far off are they from the door? Is
I
it
mean, if you
malicious
try to get
intent?
out and they try to stop you, then I guess that could sort
Yeah,
of
but
go
that's the
into
catch,
like
'cause for this
deprivation
to
of
work,
liberty
it's
or
just
something.
what's the term? I'm missing it. Sort of like it's intimidation only. You know, it works on
Yeah,
a psychological terror level. You
Then
know,
again,
so while there might be some sort of law against it, at most probably it's something like, you know, just a fine or God knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
then
like,
again, I don't know if somebody actually tried to, go through, seeing as if you have 20 dudes with dogs outside, you sort of don't feel like taking the risk.
I know, but
Yeah, you better
that's
stay
the
inside,
main
man.
issue is that this law sort of
I mean,
allows for this to happen.
It's
That's the
sort
main
of a
issue.
fucked up shit whole situation. But
I mean,
yeah, that's it.
how the fuck can you
Shortly.
pass a law that says, you know, if you live there for more than 48 hours, well, you
Yeah.
know, we need
I
to
don't
go
know.
to court to prove what.
And apparently they said that I don't know, someone from the law scene, whatever. It's
Okay.
a fallacy
A
to
lawman.
think a lawman, yeah. or a law woman. Lucia Martin, that's it. I don't know who she is, I forgot already. But she says it's a fallacy to think the mafias are going to disappear if we make squatting laws harsher. The criminals are taking advantage of a real problem, which is the lack of affordable housing. Yes, but at the same time, no. Because
No,
you
exactly.
you can solve the real problem, but you can also solve the problem with the squatters by making harsher laws. So you don't have
It's like
to...
saying, it's like, in a way, it's like, I mean, I'm not sure if this is the best example. It's not probably, but it's like saying, you know, we're not going to give food stamps to homeless people because that wouldn't solve the problem of poverty, say,
Yeah,
on a
that
European level anyway.
that would still make them homeless, but yeah, you're helping them and you're
Yeah,
working
exactly.
through
You
the
know,
problems
you're moving things forward.
and not saying, yeah, we're not gonna work on one problem because of problem the second.
Number 2 and number
Yeah.
4 and number 5.
It sounds like
And
bullshit to me.
absolutely. I mean, absolutely.
yeah.
It has things to do with the
I mean,
with the mafia.
Yeah, but
Absolutely. These guys
affordable
are
housing, come
organized.
on. There are a lot of homeless people all
apparently
around the world. So
there's like 30% or something. I don't know exactly where the percentages were, but it's like 30% it's for ransom, and then 70% is like for actually living there because they don't have where to go. They don't want ransom.
okay,
They just don't have anywhere to go, basically. So yeah, it's a problem that needs to be solved, the housing, but also don't let this happen by, you know, not making the laws harsher.
it's not very. I mean, how can you? What I'm trying to
Basically,
say
they're
that you
just
can
looking
you
at this and
can't punish the owners because the house is very
Exactly.
expensive. And you can't, as a government, as a lawmaker, let's say, you can't just let people in for more than 48 hours and that wouldn't be a problem. So
Yeah.
that
I mean,
would...
if they catch you before the 48 hours, then they can
do you
evict you with
prove
the
it's been
police.
48 hours? How
Again,
the
as I've
fuck do you
said,
prove
the
that?
ones that with cameras, first of all, if you have cameras, but if you don't, it's basically like the ransom guys will sort of take pictures with the Today newspaper or something and be like, hey, I entered on Friday, I'm here on Monday, it's been 48 hours, give me the money or I don't leave, and
Jesus
destroy
fuck, are
the
you
apartment.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I would pay a higher fine to those
I mean,
guys just to beat the shit out of this guy.
it's
Like, what
it
are you
is what
gonna
it
do
is.
if you're such a schmuck? Are you going to the police and you know, file a complaint for assault? Okay,
Yeah, and then
Cool.
you get trialed, you know, and you risk going to prison versus he doesn't, you know, it doesn't happen anything
how
to
can
him.
he prove? How can he prove that actually there are those 220 guys that I hired that actually smack the shit out of him if
I
he
mean-
doesn't take any sort of fucking newspaper pictures?
I mean, he can take a picture there. He already has proof that he was there, and then he gets beaten in front of the house. I mean, I don't think they don't have a sort of like safety nets. If
Oh,
they're
they
smart
do.
enough to think about
They
it,
do.
they do have some safety
Man, I
nets.
don't know. I
but
don't
yeah,
know, but it's
I
like,
guess it's time
yeah, no,
to move on.
They deserve to have the shit beat out of them.
It's weird and stupid, and it just confused me. But thank you, Spain, for being weird.
Housing is because housing that this joke just came to my head. You know, housing is too expensive. Well, do like we Romanians do, just move abroad and look for a job.
Move to
Become-
Spain
become
and
the-
live in a random house.
Become the new Eastern Europeans.
Yes, sounds good. Okay, moving on to Denmark. Here we have the stupidest shit I've seen lately. Basically, there's a new trend among young people. They use nicotine bags and snus under the foreskin, in the buttocks, or in the vagina.
So they put their... Can you please repeat so that I understood
So-
first? But
Describe it into more detail. for
The young people in
Okay.
Denmark are stocking nicotine bags, chewing tobacco, or snus in their
Okay.
foreskin, butthole,
Fucking hell.
and vagina. Vagina.
Oh my god! I thought I thought that I've
Apparently-
heard it wrong, but I didn't.
No, you didn't. They basically do this to see if the effect is sort of stronger or because they don't want others to find out about their addiction. So they go through to this stupid fucking decisions to put up nicotine bags up your ass, or even better, in your foreskin or vagina. Like, holy shit.
Fucking god. People are so
they-
It
fucking dumb
reminds
these
me
days.
of that way, you know. I think where is it popular? Is it in the US that like getting like alcohol up your ass because
Yeah,
it's directly
I think it
absorbed
was
into the bloodstream?
it was sort of a trend a couple of years ago when they were putting like
Fuck.
tampons with alcohol in their ass so they could get blasted,
My
because
God.
like you could use one tampon and basically feel like you drank a whole bottle of vodka, something like that, because the alcohol got absorbed into your bloodstream so fucking fast.
Yeah, and it wasn't processed by your liver. That's why.
Yeah. But yeah, basically we have some dudes that put the nicotine bags in their dicks, in the foreskin, when they were drinking, obviously, and they forgot it and woke up the next day with a swollen penis that looked like a fucking tomato.
Do you have pictures?
I don't have
They have,
pictures.
they have pictures of these dicks.
No. But yeah, that's the main gist of it. Again,
Oh my
it's
God.
it's confirmed by the National Board of Health and other experts in the
Whoa.
field in Denmark. This is basically
Yeah, people do this.
this is
Imagine
basically
being a
on the main
healthcare
news
expert.
website from Denmark.
Imagine being a healthcare expert and going through, getting your head around this.
Yeah. And
Oh my
yeah,
God.
there were cases where they forgot him in. They went in with itches, swollen private bits, that sort of stuff. And apparently, I also learned today that there's a difference between nicotine bags, chewing tobacco, and snus. So,
Don't even know what snooze is.
snus, well, let me tell you, nicotine bags. It does not contain tobacco, it's addictive, it's non-carcinogenic, and it's legal in Denmark. This is the information I have. So, it's basically like only nicotine powdered that you put in, usually on between your
On your
lip,
ass.
between your lip and your teeth, you know, slide it in there
Okay,
in
so
your
we
mouth.
like chewing tobacco.
Not
tobacco.
like that.
Just a bag. It's like
You
a
just
small
put it.
bag.
You
Then
just
you
put
just
it
put it there and
up
you feel the
up your lip,
nicotine
basically.
effects.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
and it
okay.
absorbs into you. Then you have chewing tobacco, which is coarse cut tobacco, addictive, carcinogenic, also legal. And then you have snus, which is powdered tobacco, which again is addictive, carcinogenic, and this one is also illegal to sell in Denmark, which is why they try to hide it in their butts, I guess, and their dicks.
My God.
So yeah, very nice
What
Denmark.
the fuck comes up with this shit, man? Imagine the first guy that actually, or girl, or you know,
I mean,
who
I guess
did
the
it, and
effect
it's
is a
like,
lot stronger
"Mm,
than when you put it in
you
your
know,
mouth.
you know
And
what?
It's when I think of the Danish, I think of happy, sort of open, and sort of, I guess, sometimes bored people, because it's so, you don't have many problems, I guess.
Yeah, but that bored, so you can.
And when you're young and you have a lot of, opportunities, money, and that sort of stuff, you
when you're
tend to do
young and
crazy shit.
stupid.
Yeah. And you also have access to a lot of shit. So, yeah, there's that.
Oh my God.
That was it for me. Put snus up your butt. I mean, don't do it. If you want to do it, you have to go to Denmark.
Yeah, but it's illegal there too, so.
You can illegally import it into Denmark. Not legal advice, by the way. But yeah, that was it for me. Mr. Gabriel, the scene is yours.
Thank you. Quick question. Do we
Yes.
have time to talk about 10 things Irish women won't tell you before dating them? Or
You
if
have 23 minutes starting from
I
now.
have 23 minutes starting
Yes.
from now? Okay,
Maximum.
cool, good.
Don't drag it out.
Max.
Max.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. It's a bit fucked. So in Poznan, this Polish dude lived with the body for a month. He will be sent to prison for 10 years. The
Nice.
district court in Poznan sentenced a 39 years old in Przemyslav, whatever, to 10 years in prison. The man killed his friend and lived with his body for about a month. which is like, sure, why the
I mean,
fuck not? I guess.
Yeah, you killed him. Might as well spend some time with him.
So they've just went through all that. The event, like it took place at the end of 2020.
Was it because of money?
Man, that's the thing, because it's unknown, or at least in this article. I've tried to look for it, but I couldn't find.
Okay.
But I have no idea.
Well, I
what
mean,
happened
then
there.
he's fucked in the head since he lived with the body for a month. So
That's what I assume. The bit that I found funny though, because everything in here, it's like, yeah, it's fucked now. I don't know. So he killed this guy with an axe, right? His defense was that he killed this guy with an axe because the guy actually, or his friend actually, came to his apartment with the axe trying to kill him.
What?
I use the stones to destroy the stones.
It's sort of like allegedly, because that's what
Oh
his
my God.
defense is. So he's saying that this guy came with the axe to his home and he was swinging it over his head, right? And he was
Okay.
scared and whatever. Now here comes the first interesting part, because I'm not sure if this is just because of the way this article is redacted or the way the story is told, or
Mm.
the thing is, he's saying that his friend wouldn't let him go, which is sort of a bit of, there's a disconnect in there, because if his intent was, to come into your home and kill you, whatever, allegedly that guy was drunk as fuck. But if his intent was to kill, why the fuck would how does that work? You ask
I
him
mean,
at some
maybe
point,
he
hey,
was
can I
trying
go?
to get the courage to kill him, basically.
I
Or
don't
sort
know.
of like, yeah, you're gonna stay here until I make up my mind about killing you or not.
Yeah, that's one of the parts that also got me, and that's why I think it sounds a bit like bullshit, because at some point this guy says that
I mean, it
fuck, I
does
can't
play
find the article.
into his story, because he basically lived with the body for a month to get revenge on the other guy not letting him leave. And it's like, yeah, you're not letting me leave. I don't let you leave. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I mean, part of his story, I just found the part here. So I tried to leave the apartment. I took my jacket. I took my gay jacket. Like, oh yeah, let's not forget that. Absolutely, man. Robert did not let me go out, so Robert is the victim. He told me to go into the room and sit on the armchair all the time swinging this axe. It's like he uses the swinging term a couple of times, like this guy was just fucking around swinging that axe. Like, what the fuck? Between these attacks, he took a break and drank a beer and smoked a cigarette. I was very nervous, and then I grabbed that axe and hit him. So just think of the
Okay.
dynamic here, man. So this guy was basically coming to this guy's home with an axe, swinging it over his head, allegedly trying to kill
Allegedly.
him. Then at some point tells him to just go into the other fucking room, sit on that armchair. What was the guy thinking? I don't know. This guy won't move. And on top of that, not only did he go to drink a beer and smoke a cigarette, but he left the axe in close proximity to the guy that he was trying to attack.
I
So
mean,
this guy's story makes no sense, man. It's not.
it is what
doesn't
it
work.
is.
It doesn't work like that. That's the part. Where is it? Because yeah, that's the part that got me cracking. Because it's like, so the accused, right, said that he dragged the body of his friend to the bathroom and wrapped the axe in a bloody duvet and threw it into a rubbish bin. He indicated that he did not use the bathroom later. He washed in the kitchen for about a month. So,
Okay.
imagine the extent, man. I was like, did you, like, how the fuck do you wash in the
I think
kitchen?
it's
You heard you have a fucking body.
It's somewhere between, I think. I think it's just like two fucking stupid guys and it just went too far. I think that's it.
Wrong. Huh?
It's like stupidity gone wrong, yeah. I mean, it's Poland. Everything's possible.
I mean,
But-
they surprise us every
yeah, he was
week,
fun.
so
He was found to be guilty and given 10 years in prison.
Nice.
legit enough.
So
I mean,
he
yeah.
lived with his friend for 1 month. Anyway, now I get to my favorite one yet. Not in, since we're doing this podcast, but at least on this episode, my news. My piece of news is my favorite one.
Of course.
Mine is the
Oh, check.
best.
Scots boy, so this is from Scotland, right? Scots boy racer who laughed as he flew over humpback. So Scots racer boy who laughed as he flew over humpback bridge at 90 miles per hour. So that's about what, 150 kilometers per hour. And injured pals is jailed. Should I repeat
Oh,
that? Because it's
So
more.
basically, a racer from Scotland.
It's Scots boy racer.
What
I
the
love
fuck is a Scots boy racer?
He's a Scottish guy.
A Scottish boy racer? Like a kid?
Yeah. Check him.
They have
Look
kid
at him.
racers?
That's him, man. That's the Scots boy racer.
No, he was like this guy racer.
This guy, yeah, it's
Scots
Oh.
boy. I mean, he's young.
like Scottish boy.
Bye.
Scottish man.
Have a
Something
look
like
at
that.
his face. Look at that. Look
He
at
looks
that.
like a Chad.
That
Young
focus
Hitler.
and that commitment in his eyes.
He's got the Hitler stash.
Yeah.
And then he also has a mullet.
Does
His
he?
business in the front, party in the back. He's talking on that phone like he's a goddamn mafioso.
Look at the
Holy
eyes, man.
shit.
The eyes, Chico. They never
They're filled with
That bullshit is-
determination.
that bullshit that you did.
So
The eyes,
he
Chico.
went-
Fuck off.
Over a bridge at 150 kilometers
90 miles per hour, yeah.
and he blasted someone, injuring them.
Very, like, severely.
Okay.
And he was laughing, like, while he did the flying thing.
He was
He
laughing.
was laughing. He
Yeah,
was
because
laughing.
it's all about the family, man. So
Yeah.
don't worry.
So,
That's some
boy-
Fast and
Holy
Furious
shit.
shit here.
A boy racer who laughed as he flew over a humpback bridge at 90 miles per hour, leaving his friends with life-changing injuries and mental trauma, has been caged for 18 months.
Only 18 months? What?
Yeah, I was thinking the same because I was like, so Aaron McDonald is his name. Deliberately made his
Fucking
car
shit.
airborne as it left the road near Ladybank and went into a field where it rolled over numerous times.
Oh my
Imagine-
god.
Imagine this guy, like he was literally YOLO, like just.
And he only gets a year and a half.
And that's the thing, yeah, 18 months, and
What-
like.
do you have the injuries?
Oh yeah, there is here. So check this shit
There's a
out.
full list of
right?
them.
One of his friends, Cameron Sale, I hope it's pronounced, was left so badly injured he wished he had died in the crash and was left with post-traumatic stress disorder, as in on medication for depression and anxiety. He was left with spinal injuries to fractures to his neck and bruised lungs and had to be admitted to a neurosurgical high dependency unit.
Holy
That's
shit.
18 months for you.
Fucking hell. I
A
mean,
lifetime of damage and pain.
That's 18 months for you.
I mean,
And I don't understand. I don't exactly understand the reasoning behind it because it's explained here, and I really don't understand it. Where is it? It's a bit down here. So the sheriff was definitely blasting. He was blasting this guy. So is it here? Is it in this paragraph?
until you find it, I was thinking like, if I would be in this guy's place, like the one that got injured, right now I have the feeling, I don't know how I would react then, but right now I have a feeling like, hey, I'm already in a lifetime of pain.
Not
I'm
kill
gonna-
this guy.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, but I'm gonna make him suffer first, and then go out in a blaze of glory.
Understandable. Understandable.
Like, fuck you.
So the sheriff, right? So again, I really don't understand, by terms of law, because I'm no fucking lawyer. It just sounds like, 18 months is like, seriously, you can do that, and you get 1 year and a half. Okay.
I mean, it's...
So the sheriff said McDonald inflicted significant injury on one passenger and substantial and life-altering injury on another. Significant injury on the other, basically meaning like a shoulder injury.
Mhm.
On another, while noting there has been a serious physical and psychological effect on one of the victims. In research, in reaching a decision on how long to lock McDonald up for, Sheriff Brown said that bringing home the seriousness of his offending was the most effective way to address the underlying cause of his behavior. I don't understand what this means. I don't understand what
He
this means.
basically tries to tell us that they went for the behavior that he has
Yeah.
usually as sort
Yeah.
of a, you
An
know,
excuse.
but why an excuse? Is this the first time he does something crazy?
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly it is, but
And
even
if
so,
you
he
do it
added,
the first time, then it's okay. You only get a year and a half.
so it's like he added, I have to sentence you in such a way as to reduce the likelihood of your being stigmatized. So what the fuck are we on about? Because I tried to read through the article and I was like, does this guy have sort of a condition? Does it come from sort of like a
Pardon the
discriminated
fuck out of me, but what?
environment, or you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I have to
Stigmatize the
sentence you
fuck out of
such a
him.
way as to reduce the likelihood of your being stigmatized. I know that you have already experienced stigma in your community as a result of this offense, so I'm not sure what the background of this is, but it sounds to me like, people were just fucking willing to, or just screaming at him in the street, maybe, you fucking lunatic.
I
And
mean,
that means that he was
rightly
stigmatized.
so.
Rightly so, well. And I consider that an appropriate punishment may well reduce the level of stigma in your case. What the fuck are you on about?
Oh my god.
Because I read this and it was like, okay, look, killer, I get it, you've done something bad, but, I feel a bit sorry for you, being called a killer and whistled and people wishing you, death and making you death threats. So I'm going to give you a lower sentence. So, maybe this will help you not being so stigmatized. What the fuck are we doing here?
Fuck off. What the fuck is that the reason? Holy shit.
Yep.
Why do you
So
want to trigger me like this? Fucking
So
shit.
the sheriff also acknowledged McDonald's defense lawyer mitigation, which highlighted a lack of previous convictions, as we said earlier. The psychological impact on him for his offending, his previous good character, and expression of remorse. He added, however, taking all this into account, I am of the view that the gravity of this offense is such that a period of detention is necessary, and there is no other appropriate method of dealing with you. But not even that. It's like enough. Are you insane?
Who gives a fuck if it's the first offense? When you do shit like this, okay, I get it if you steal something, but not when you hurt someone.
Yep.
Fucking morons. Holy fuck.
So that's the Scots boy racer.
He's
Basically,
remorseful.
you can do this shit in
psychopaths can show remorse, you fucking retard.
You can do this shit in Scotland and just get 1 year and a half.
I mean, shit, what do I get for a fucking murder? 2 years and a half?
I don't know, just go in there and find out. Maybe.
Holy shit. I mean, fucking hell.
Yep, but
That's
now,
retarded.
let's get to more serious things, like the sex.
9 minutes.
I have 9 minutes to teach you about
you have
the
9
sex.
minutes to finish.
I have 9 minutes to... Usually it takes 2.
Okay, then we should be good.
Okay, so 10 things Irish women won't tell you before you go out with them.
Okay.
Revealed.
Okay,
so
lad.
this one is from 2019, right? The level of bullshit in this shit is utterly through the roof. So let's start with the first thing. How long it really took. Right, so that's the first. A woman will never admit to spending up to 4 hours getting ready for a date, and that doesn't the 3-hour hairdresser session, which took place earlier that afternoon. Dr. Grafton's study, because this is based on some bullshit study, I guess, found that 98% of women spend at least 3 hours choosing their wardrobe for the first date, and at least 10 selfies sent to various girlfriends for advice. Do you have any sort of comments,
I mean, my brain died.
Yeah, mine too. I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
I think in those 2% where your girlfriends were just like, oh fuck, whatever. So
whatever.
you can't understand it. So, second thing, they won't tell you that they tell their girlfriends everything. This is so Irish, man. Like there's no one else in the world.
I mean, that's the thing with the first thing as well. It's not specific to Irish women.
That's the catch, because there's gonna be a lot of this, if not all of this. That's the irony of this fucking article, because it's like this doctor study. It's like No, it's not
Wow.
Irish. Even the day, like 98% will spend like about 7 hours. Are you fucking insane? Which fucking Disneyland are you out from?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I get it. You do get ready for the first date, but it's not 7 hours. You don't take a day off work or
That's
something.
what this dude
It's like, hey, I
research
have a
said.
date with Nigel tomorrow. Let me get one of them 3 days. I need to get ready.
Let me start now.
Fucking hell.
As a man, you might as well face up to it from the first date onwards. So face up to the fact that she's telling their girlfriends everything. Her
Okay.
girlfriend, sorry,
Again,
everything.
that's general.
Yeah. From that first date onwards, you'll never have a secret. The woman in your life will spill the beans about every facet of your intimate relationship with her very best friends, all
Okay.
65 of them.
So, who
Man,
cares?
what we're doing here, it's how, okay, tips and tricks to help with your relationship with an Irish girl, specifically, okay?
Specifically, yeah. It's like they're a different breed.
So check the third one. They never really like your other female friends. Like, my God,
That's
in all the
only
other countries
specific
in the world,
yeah.
I mean, they do threesomes and other shits like this, but here, they
We don't do that
because
here.
we
Yeah.
don't, mate, we don't.
No less.
So 88% of the women surveyed admitted that while they will pretend to like and get on with their partner's platonic female acquaintances, they're not really that keen on the idea. Okay, moving on. That they accept if you fancy their female friends. Now this one is weird. I'm not.
Huh?
So basically he's saying that the fourth point is that they accept if you fancy their female friends, which is
It fucking breaks my brain.
Do you want us to stop, Andrew?
No, it's okay. We can continue. But
The fifth part, I'll just go through the headlines.
like I hate your girl friend that it's only platonic, but you can like, want to fuck Ashley, my BFF.
If you like to fuck Fanny, you can
Yeah.
fuck Fanny, darling.
What the fuck?
The fifth point is that they look like shite. So not shit, but shite. Okay, there's
Okay,
It's
there is
slang.
a clear difference.
totally different, which we
It's
don't
slang,
know.
it's
But
slang.
that they look like shite in the mornings. So
Only in Ireland.
only
Yeah.
in Ireland,
Yeah.
you know, the
Everybody
other parts of the
looks
world.
like shit in the morning.
No,
What do
it's
you
only
mean?
in Ireland. It's only in
Okay,
Ireland.
yeah.
Don't get that. I mean,
I'm
this is
sorry.
specific advices. It's shit that women won't tell you about dating Irish women. So it must be specific to
It's
Ireland.
top
Okay,
secret Irish secrets. Holy
Mate.
fuck. Mate. Lad.
Yeah, you might throw the mate in there.
Okay.
So, okay, moving on. 6, yeah, quote unquote. I've lost track of number of guys I've slept with.
Oh man.
No woman in her right mind will admit to having had a few, not to mention multiple partners. All men, especially Irishmen, prefer to think that they are the first to go where no one has gone before. It's like, man,
Was this written for teens?
man, I don't
Probably.
know, but I mean,
It sounds like it
really,
was written for dumb teens, honestly.
it sounds like that. I have no idea. The website, if it helps you, it's called Meanwhile in Ireland.
Okay,
I
sounds
have
like
no idea.
bullshit.com.
I just
Yeah.
went with it, just trying to help our fellow listeners to understand how dating an Irish lady works. Hopefully, they're gonna get the sex, mate.
Mate.
So the seventh point is that they don't need a man in their life. Man, there's different layers of like
Of
they're
stupidity.
independent, but they like you, but you can like their friends, but they don't like your friends.
But they don't need you, but they take 7 hours to
But,
get
I
ready for
mean,
you.
if you find them, they're looking ugly in the morning. Yeah, they won't tell you that, but you'll see it yourself.
Oh my god.
Don't tell your friends.
Oh my god. Okay, number 8.
Size matters.
Oh my god.
Only in Ireland.
Yeah, only in
Yes,
Ireland.
9. That you remind her of her ex.
What? Is that like a general rule? Do we have a percentage of women that admitted to that?
Let me see. No, it's not. No. So no
Okay.
woman with any bit of cap on will tell you that you remind her of her ex-boyfriend. They learned that an early age.
What the fuck does
Oh
that
my
mean?
god.
Well, actually, if you do remind her of her ex, he probably is a very good guy. Why not consider dating him?
Oh my god. Are you trying to kill our brains, man? So
Holy shit.
Man, it's on the internet, okay?
yeah,
It
so
must
it
be
must
true.
be true. Yeah,
It's
okay.
how you date Irish ladies.
And we
Okay.
have one more point.
The one more point. Come on. So quote unquote, come on, finish that, and I'll get you another. That's what she said.
What?
They might say it was, but in fairness, just to impress you and draw you into their wicked spider's web. Like this
Ooh.
wicked.
Fucking
Oh my
moron.
god.
It's about drinking and having pints and whatever.
So
Just drinking.
basically, they
Basically,
go
what they're
for
saying is that
alcoholics that look like their ex. They look like shit in the morning. They take 7 hours to get ready even if they don't care.
for you, but they look shit in the morning.
Oh my god. You can have friends, but you can fuck their friends. Yeah, thank you, Ireland.
I hope listeners here,
need to lay
if you'd
down.
if you'd like to have the sex with an Irish lady,
Bumping uglies.
these are absolute things to consider.
Yes. Next time you go to Ireland, just apply all these rules.
If you like a
Easy.
girl, you can ask their friends if they want to have butt sex.
It's okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine with it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was absolutely cancerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
it
God.
hurts on the inside.
Yeah.
I need
I
to
don't have any words to describe
I
how
need to
I
lay
feel
down
right
and
now.
drink some water. Water.
Voila.
Water.
Water.
Give me the water.
Okay, that was it for this week's episode.
Yeah, we're sorry for this cancer, but it's been
I
a
mean,
long time
I'm not
since we
sorry.
gave it to you.
We're labeling it as cancer, but again, it can be precious advice
It is
to have
the
sex
reality in Ireland.
with Irish ladies. Okay.
If you desire
Maybe I
Irish
can look-
lasses,
I
then
can look, but I didn't find, because I think I've looked when I saved this, if on the same website there are advices on how to date men. I was just curious, like as a comparison, like
next time, please spare us.
yeah.
Spare us from this
Spare our
hell.
brains, man.
It's time to end it.
deliver us from our pain.
Any last comments?
I don't know.
Thanks.
The sex. Would you be interested in the sex, my good sir?
Anthony tried to have sex with his female friend, so I told him he can have sex with my female friends instead.
Oh,
Okay, Becky.
Thank you,
fuck
Becky.
off. Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that was it for this week. Subscribe, follow, whatever the fuck. Twitter,
And get
Instagram,
fucked.
Facebook,
Hope you're gonna have a
MySpace.
sex. Hope my advices helped you, or I mean this article.
Yeah, let us know if
Message-
you
send us some
actually have
pictures
sex
if
in
you
Ireland
do.
and
No, we
any of
don't
this
mind.
is true. Okay, time to fuck off. Thank you for listening. Take care and have a whatever day. Bye.
The sex.
Yeah.
The sex.